Being at home over Christmas makes me reflect back over the year. What I did do, what I didn't. I found my first proper post-uni job, yet somehow I managed to play the most video games and streamed the most times I've ever done in 1 year period. I guess not having much free time focuses the free time you do have. I uploaded 57 YouTube videos, down about 20 from last year. However, that makes sense considering I played 95 games, which is the highest amount in a year so far. And I streamed 120 times, which is the most I've ever streamed in 1 year as well, beating out the previous record of 96 streams in 2024. I'm usually pretty bad with leaving new game releases until later on, as it evident last year when one of the 2024 Game of the Year nominations was Marvel Rivals. There wasn't very many nominees to choose from. However, this year went a lot better in that regard. Of the 95 games I managed to play, 16 of them released in 2025, alongside 97 older games from my backlog or updates to existing ones. And overall, I think 2025 is a contender for the best year of video games of all time. The other years in contention being like, what? 1998 with games like Metal Gear Solid, Half-Life, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, Resident Evil 2, okay, I've had a few others, Jesus Christ, okay, maybe 1998 was a bit better. But like this side of the year 2000, I don't think there's been, 2004 had like Half-Life 2, Halo 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, GTA San Andreas, Metroid Prime 2, but other than that, 2007 as well. It had Halo 3, Super Mario Galaxy, and Portal. Everything else other than that is just overkill. And a bit greedy, to be honest. But, okay, I still think 2025 is in the top 5. Just think about it. The release of the Switch 2, Silksong finally came out, and somehow Hades 2 came out just a few weeks afterwards. Games were coming out of nowhere like Ark Raiders and Expedition 33 and absolutely exploding with popularity. 2025 had everything. So, welcome. Welcome to the Gamer Awards 2025. I'm your host, oscarus_, and today we will be celebrating just how good this year has been. And where else better to start than the Wow, what a turnout tonight. I can't believe it's already been a year since Beth Bealey got shot by those Muppets. Now, not every game can meet expectations. Well, okay, some of these did meet expectations, but that's because they're expectedly going to be shit. The nominees for biggest stinker of the year are Splitgate 2, Mind's Eye, Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, Vampire: The Masquerade Bloodlines 2, and Fire Emblem Shadows. Plenty of choices this year, some barely even games, but all considerably stinky. The foulest of them all, and the winner of the biggest stinker of the year, is Mind's Eye. Its road to victory was just as linear as the roads in its game. Congratulations, Mind's Eye. You managed to lose to a £7.99 tech demo. Whilst we have done quite a bit of reflection so far, it's good to look forward to what the future holds. Maybe one of these games will become the 2026 Game of the Year. Maybe one of them will end up as the 2026 biggest stinker of the year. Only time will tell. About 1 year, that's how this works. Hell, last year I put Hollow Knight's Silksong on the most anticipated game of 2025 as a joke, and look how that went. So, Half-Life 3 is definitely not getting announced during 2026, guys. But I digress. The nominees for the most anticipated game of 2026 are Resident Evil Requiem, 007 First Light, Professor Layton and the New World of Steam, The Dusk Bloods, and Bugsnax 2. Before we reveal the obvious winner, I'd like to remind you that this is my Gamer Awards. So if I want to put Professor Layton as on the most anticipated list over GTA 6, then that's okay, because this is the 100% objective truth. And Professor Layton and the New World of Steam will actually be a good game. And the most anticipated game of 2026 goes to the reigning champion, Bugsnax 2. 2026 is your year, buddy. I believe. We've now arrived at our first new award of the year. I cannot believe I didn't think of this last year, but what a better way to follow up the most anticipated game of 2026 with the award for the most unanticipated game of 2026. We all watched the Game Awards. We all saw about 50 game trailers, and we were only really interested in about 2 of them. And now we honour those games that you missed. Because the first part of the trailer was kind of mid, so you took the opportunity to go and take a piss, so you didn't miss the Half-Life 3 trailer. That definitely happened. Spoiler alert, it didn't. So, we're now left with these. The nominees for the most unanticipated game of 2026 are Highguard, The 7 Deadly Sins Origin, Yakuza Kiwami 3, Danganronpa 2x2, and Vampires Bloodlord Rising. And the winner is Highguard. Wow, a live service hero shooter. That's exactly what we wanted again, guys. Concord 2. And from the creators of Titanfall, nonetheless. Wonderful. I'm sure there was no other game that people wanted you to make, guys. This is perfect. And just as a side note, because I'm recording this just before the game launches, if you want to go and have a laugh, go and have a look at the Highguard community tab on Steam. Following on from our first new award of the year, with our second new award of the year. This award really hones the spotlight on the fighting game community. Not the cool stuff like Evo pre-Saudi Arabia, but an accurate reflection of the people who play fighting games. Or should I say don't play fighting games. This award is for the biggest fighting game fall-off of the year. Outside of a couple big series, the typical life cycle of a new fighting game is that it gets a flashy reveal trailer, gets far too overhyped on Twitter, and then releases to a grand total of 3,000 concurrent players, which will turn into 300 1 week later. Maybe it's because of the skill gap between the fans of the series trying out a fighting game for the first time, going up against the fighting game guru who's been playing Marvel vs. Capcom for 30 years. Or maybe it just sucks a bit. The nominees for biggest fighting game fall-off of the year are 2XKO, Bleach, Rebirth of Souls, Hunter x Hunter, Nen X Impact, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, The Hinokami Chronicles 2, and Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. Judging based off a mix of Twitter buzz and the official numbers provided by Steam charts, the clear winner is Hunter x Hunter, Nen X Impact. I mean, just look at the numbers. This is not a surprising result either, as the game costs £50, has a really bad netcode, its small player base leads to longer wait times online, and worst of all, do you notice anything about the title of the game? They didn't use a standard X character in the title of the game. So, if you search on Steam, Hunter x Hunter, you know, the name of the series, the game doesn't come up. Incredible scenes here. They managed to do search engine unoptimization. World Premiere.
Peggy 16.
Adam Show.
And the hits don't stop coming. Bang! It's time for the third brand new award for 2025. The award for Friendslop of the Year. This award highlights the best game to play for 3 hours on Discord, and then just kinda begrudgingly for another 2 hours before never touching it again. And you know what? It's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with putting £3.99 on Steam for a couple hours of rage baiting and clip farming with friends. I'm not even sure how the winner for this one was even selected. Is it the game that fits the category the most, or the best game in this category? Either way, the nominees for Friendslop of the Year are Repo. Peak. Mage Arena. Are we there yet? And Arc Raiders. And the winner is Repo. People do tend to say that Repo is a bit too similar to Lethal Company. Yeah. Is what I would have said when this game first came out. But with a couple recent updates adjusting mechanics, adding new weapons, new maps, and with more stuff on the way like vehicles, Repo's developed its own unique personality away from Lethal Company. It has the humour of team killing from Counter-Strike, without the temporary ban afterwards. And I've gotta say, unlucky for Peak, who was holding out as the steady favourite to win, right up until the 12th of December when they added the Baby No Money concert. No thanks. And you may be wondering why Arc Raiders was in the nominations this year. Surely, if Friendslop means any old multiplayer game you can play with friends, then most of the games this year are Friendslop. Yes. But then I remembered the term RPG, which also just kind of applies to every game ever. So maybe. Yeah, no, this category sucks. But could have added Elden Ring Night Rain in there, so you guys got off lucky this time. Also, I figured out that it was the best game in the category, or else the award would have been called Sloppiest Friendslop of the Year, and Are We There Yet would have probably won. Thank God, finally, a good award. 2024 was already kind of bonkers for collabs in Fortnite. Konami let Solid Snake in, for God's sake. That was just unthinkable at the time. Lethal Company make it in was a lovely surprise, and a good sign for indie games in the future. And Skibbity Toilet sure is in the game. Maybe that collab was foreshadowing of the absolute state of the game in 2025. But moving on from 2024, 2025 was somehow even crazier. Somehow it blew 2024 out of the water. From General Grievous to ISO Speed, even just by the number of collabs alone, this year was staggering. There was an entire season dedicated to the fucking Simpsons, for God's sake. Also, a reminder that all of that is in the game, and yet Persona and Final Fantasy VII haven't got collabs in the game yet. You know, the two series that will collab with literally fucking anything? Yeah, those aren't in yet. Nevertheless, the nominees for the 2025 Best Fortnite Collab of the Year are Homer Simpson, Hatsune Miku, Cleveland Brown, Huggy Wuggy, and GamesGuard from the Squid Game. Jesus Christ, what a fucked up year. The award for the best Fortnite collab of the year goes to Hatsune Miku. Oh, how far this game has come. I mean, just look at this graph. Last year, there were 0 Hatsune Mikus in the game. And now there are 4. Wow, look at that increase. According to my projections, we are now on track to have 24 Mikus in the game by 2030. And who knows what's in store for 2026? Maybe the obvious Persona or Final Fantasy collabs will finally happen. Maybe we will finally get One Piece. Or maybe, just maybe, we will get my most wanted Fortnite collab ever. Icon Series Deji. This next award is dedicated to the people behind the games that make those games happen, and celebrates what can happen when a group of people come together with the same vision. The Game Studio of the Year. Jesus, I just remembered that RGG one last year. Whew, did that age poorly. Here's hoping this year's winner doesn't have a catastrophic 2026 that kind of U-turns the community's entire perception of them around. No pressure. The nominees for Game Studio of the Year are Nintendo, for a pretty decent 6 months of Switch 2 all things considered, and the fact that Metroid Prime 4 managed to release at all. Sandfall Interactive, for their overwhelming success with Expedition 33. Team Cherry, for not delaying Silksong to 2026. Supergiant Games, for the excellent full release of Hades 2, and for including the whole game on the Switch 2 cartridge. And Neobards Entertainment, for making Konami look like a competent studio. And the winner is Team Cherry. In a world full of delays and development hell, congratulations for being the first ever video game studio to be stuck in development heaven. The only game to my knowledge to crash all Steam, Nintendo eShop, PlayStation Store and Microsoft Store servers at the same time on release. Not the Epic Game Store though, because no one buys games on Epic Game Store. So congratulations, and I cannot wait to play the Sea of Sorrow DLC later this year. It is later this year, right? And what better way to follow up the Game Studio of the Year than with what game studios do best? Another brand new award for 2025, the Most Awesomesauce Layoff of the Year. The video game industry has a totally solid infrastructure and is definitely not a fragile, unstable hellhole. Make a game that doesn't do well? You're fired. You're gone. Make a game that does extremely well and exceeds all expectations though? Congratulations. You're fired. You're gone. This award really celebrates the best and brightest in the business. And they're dumbass bosses that really want to incorporate AI in every decision for some reason. So let's begin with the nominees. Starting with Krafton, who laid off most of the developers of Striking Distance Studios, the team behind the Callisto Protocol, in March, 1 month after announcing their next big AAA game. Secondly, we have Ubisoft, who impressively only had a 185 employee layoff in January, which is not too bad. I would expect more from them, and never mind, here comes Tencent. And now 1,500 people are gone, and more AI is here to stay. And I thought modern Ubisoft games were already AI generated. Up next we have EA, or more specifically, Respawn Entertainment, who in April cancelled 2 games and cut the Apex Legends and Star Wars Jedi teams by about 100 people. Bad, just kidding, it was 300 people, got you. And next, and perhaps not the worst by metrics, but definitely the most pathetic, there's Starbreeze Entertainment. This one's really a bit more personal to me. I really did try and stick with Payday 3 for the longest time. Starbreeze would always say that they're working on improving the game, and that their new D&D game, Project Baxter, wasn't taking any staff or resources away from Payday 3. Yeah, no, that was a lie. But in October, Starbreeze cancelled Project Baxter and removed 44 employees, so lose-lose? And last, and certainly not least, we have Rockstar Games, who laid off 34 staff members for alleged gross misconduct, when in actuality it was because these staff members were part of a union, and by getting rid of those 34 people, the union fell below the threshold percentage to be able to directly negotiate with management for, I shit you not, help lessen the crunch and make working arrangements more flexible. Hey, Rockstar. I think I know what could help lessen the crunch and make your working arrangements a bit more flexible. Not firing all your fucking staff? Hey, did I catch you going on a water break? No! Back to the mines! I need useless beer bubble physics by end of day. Anyway, as I think you can tell, the winner for the most awesome sauce layoff of the year is Rockstar Games. Congratulations, you've made me agree with Keir Starmer. And he is a knobhead. But if he's a knobhead, what does that make you guys? The fifth and final new award for the year is brought to us by a generous and omniscient benefactor, Sam Altman. Just $3 trillion more and all of the world's usable electricity and drinkable water, and we can start seeing results just like this. Now, I'm gonna be real with you. This award could have just been called the funniest game to slander. But, without further ado, I now have the honour to present the more appropriately named Israeli Game of the Year, sponsored by OpenAI. The nominees are Ark Raiders, The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered, Splitgate 2, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, and Destiny Rising. And you've already guessed it, another award for Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Congratulations, this award was promised to them 3,000 years ago.
Hello again, Gamer Awards. We here at Blinky Blonk Studios are thrilled to be back for the second year in a row. I say we, the other two staff's lives were claimed in that fiery inferno last year. However, we've relocated to a new office and we are thrilled to be unveiling our flagship project for 2026. Now, we took on board all your fair feedback from last year and some of those racial slurs that I got DM'd on Twitter. And now, I cannot wait 16 years down the line and $1.4 billion of loans to reveal what we've got in store for 2026. Please, take a look.
World Premiere.
Good. You made it.
That you, Peach? I see Toadsworth roped you into this too.
The Monarch's job is never done, but we can talk more later. Bowser's castle should be just up ahead.
I thought I smelled something burning.
Focus M.
Who the fuck's let that guy have another trailer up? I thought we cut him off after the whole debacle last year. Anyway, speaking of recurring bits, this next award is just that. The greatest recurring bit of 2025. Oddly enough though, only one of them is a returning nomination from last year. So I guess a lot of them didn't recur for very long. The nominees are Bugsnax 2 winning the most anticipated Game of the Year award, The Plasma Grenade Punchline, NVIDIA Instant Replay not picking up my fucking microphone audio.
Okay, if it exploded right then, that... Well...
Mr. Slob, instant failure.
No way, I could have hit such a clip there.
Watch
this shit, watch this shit.
Oh no, but counter clipped.
And I'm not going to lose this fucking major because of a fucking mouse.
Over there.
Something time. Let's go to lose a fucking major. I got a fucking mouse.
And the winner is the plasma grenade punchline. This bit spanned both co-op playthroughs of Halo 3 and Halo 3 ODST that I played for the first time ever this year. Although, I think at some point eventually I'll have to replay ODST as, because I don't think a game praised for its loneliness and atmosphere is, best experienced like this.
Hey guys.
Noob team.
We played both Halo 3 and Halo 3 ODST last year in about February, and we're just about to play Halo 4. So, I can't wait to get the guys together again to play our Halo 5 co-op playthrough. So let me just go back on Steam to download it again. Where is it? It was July of 2024. I just finished my playthrough of Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. Absolute banger, by the way. And I didn't know what to play next. If only there was some sort of circular apparatus that could randomly select what game I would play next, so that I didn't have to make that decision myself. The Wheel TM was born. From the first game, Horizon Forbidden West, to the most recent game, number 13, Enter the Gungeon, which I really need to get back to, 8 of those 13 games were played during 2025, before Silksong kind of brought everything to a screeching halt. However, this next award looks to the future, the possibilities ahead, and what could be game number 14 and beyond. As it stands, there's over 100 possibilities on the Wheel TM. What could be next? Could it be Dark Souls 1? Will it finally be Yakuza 7? Will it be Gem Defender, Soyjack Survivors? Good lord, it possibly might be. The nominees for the most anticipated stream game on the Wheel TM are Red Dead Redemption 2, Forspoken, Danganronpa, Dustborn, and Deadly Premonition. And the winner is, for 2 years running, is Deadly Premonition. An outstanding performance, yet again fueled by the fact it was 1 away on the Wheel TM, I think several times this year. Not planned. Absolutely crazy coincidence. He's in chat. He's in the chat. It happened again. Last time we rolled the wheel, I got Garfield Carts because it was like a pixel right before Deadly Premonition, and he literally earlier this fucking stream, I shit you not, spent the 500 channel points. Deadly Premonition 2. I can't believe it happened again. And despite the fact that it's been so close so many times, I still don't actually know what the game is about. Now, I know that my production level has been super high and extremely smooth sailing throughout 2025. But would you guys believe me when I say that, actually, that's not always the case? I know. It's shocking to believe, but it's true. Every now and then, sometimes the stream can go awry. And it's definitely, always, either the game or Elgato's fault. The nominees for Worst Stream of the Year are Stream 303. The stream has peaked.
That is the same fucking loading screen. It's the same song. Is this just a remake? No, wait, is this game a remake?
Stream 312. A couple of things, actually.
Oh yeah, so the sound effects are bugged as shit. That's great. Can you fucking do something?
Stream 323. Let's just do this so we can get back to Silksong. Perfect. That accurately sums that up, or this up. Stream 353. I forgot about this. Just roll for characters every time. That's it. The fight's done. It was done in 8 minutes. And stream 371. Can I beat Metroid Prime 2 before 6 AM? I also forgot to mention the stream title is Can I beat Metroid Prime 2 before 6 AM? No. And the worst stream of 2025 was Stream 303. This stream has peaked. How ironic. A full playthrough of Garfield Kart and what I thought was a sequel, but it turned out to be a remake with worse controls. Both games kept crashing. Neither works with a controller. And every now and then, the game would just overload my PC, which would reset all of my USBs, which includes my wireless adapter, which would therefore disconnect the stream and reset my Wi-Fi. It did also keep on freezing my webcam every 5 minutes, although that just kind of happened regardless for most of the year, Garfield Kart or not. That original BioShock stream was the first time I've ever had to stop playing a game because I've had a headache. I think I was ill at the time, and yet, somehow, trying to just stream Garfield Kart Furious Racing normally was a worse experience. At least now I have the superior version of the game, so I can experience the best that the medium has to offer everywhere I go. Now, on the other hand, sometimes we had a right goofing gaff on the old oscarus_Twitch channel we did. There was some hooting. Absolutely no hollering though. Extremely prohibited. I think a problem I have with streaming now is that I just play too many good games in a row. I mean, look at the stretch from September to December. I mean, some of the best games I've ever played consecutively. Therefore, some bad games like Mind's Eye and Dustborn have been added into the wheel TM, because I think every now and then I need a bad game to really ground me. And sometimes having a bad game can make for a funnier stream. This next award celebrates just that. The best individual stream of the year. The nominees are Stream 266, Hatsune Miku Fortnite.
Look, yeah, this door, and the XP's over there.
Silly bros.
Stream 280, every copy of Balatro is personalized.
No.
Yarr.
Dude, I was hyped as fuck for that.
Stream 294, Nintendo Switch Farewell Tour.
Gotta go there. Donzo's fire. Are you fucking serious? I didn't even start a hunt. I don't even have a sandwich down. It's just here.
Stream 295. Switch tour, haha.
Now, you see, got Mario Kart World, that arrived way earlier than the console. In fact, where is the console?
And stream 322. The Silk song is real. Oh, man! Dude, what the fuck? We're playing a fucking Silk song. And the best stream of 2025 was stream 295. Switch tour. Haha. Unboxing a new console is always a great experience, but I think this is the first time ever that I've been able to own a new console on release day. And being able to stream the entire experience from unboxing to playing Nintendo games at a modern resolution and frame rate. That was special. So special that I forgive them for sending me a faulty dock that I had to get replaced a month later. So yeah, I'm going to take a brief moment here to talk about the next couple of videos that I'll be uploading. I still have to finish the Cyberpunk review. It's been outgoing for a while. Oh, and of course more CS2 clips. Oh, but there's also going to be a great Halo 4 video like last year, which is going to...
Yeah, it's okay. It's pretty good. It's not, you know, it's not the best of his work, but you know, I'd give that like a light 6. Yeah. But anyway, moving on to the next song suggestion, we have oh my god. It's beautiful.
What I really want to emphasize is the clever usage of color throughout the runtime of Schindler's List. As you can see, the entire film is shot entirely in black and white, apart from one key thing. Of course, I'm talking about the Minecraft parkour gameplay that plays underneath the TikTok AI summary of the film. Today on Oscarus Food Review, I will be having the Combo 2 from 2 Days Kebab House. And let's just get right into it. Wow, this tasted absolutely amazing. It had a lovely texture on it. I forget that I am deathly allergic to beef.
So what we have here is an authentic 12 times pimpy, 14 times baked. Just an incredibly fucked up looking dog. So yeah, earlier I bought the chicken Big Mac from Mackey's, which is it's fine, bro. But like, tell me why the delivery on Uber Eats now, man. It's like super expensive. It's like more than the burger now. Like, are you even listening to me? I swear to God.
And that's why Kid Icarus Uprising gets 0 stars out of 5. Thanks for watching. My name is oscarus_ from Israel, and this has been my game review. Sorry folks, it looks like we had a bit of interference there. I think it's all good now though. This next award highlights the worst stream game playthrough, rather than any individual stream itself. The experience of dedicating a full-on month to a game playthrough can be very satisfying. Especially if it's been one you've been waiting for a while, like Hollow Knight Silksong. Not these ones though. The nominees for Worst Stream Game of the Year are Garfield Kart Furious Racing,
It's not working. Alt and F4ing this, big picture mode.
Bug Fables, the everlasting sapling. Valorant.
We're just going to go fast because our guns aren't really going to be cut out for just. Then you have to smoke. We're just going to go. Oh, she just shoots us all in the head.
Persona 5, the Phantom X.
Imagine you're like talking about like LeBron or something. He just took that stuff. Okay. Uh-oh. I forgot how fucking vile his fit is, man.
And Enter the Gungeon. Now, I would just like to clarify before we announce the winner, this award doesn't mean the game is bad per se, it's just that I had a pretty bad streaming experience with the game for whatever reason. For example, I think Enter the Gungeon has been very good so far. However, I kind of played it twice and put it on pause from September to make way for Hollow Knight Silksong and Pokemon Legends ZA and Claire Obscure Expedition 33 and Metroid Prime Remastered and Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Christmas Break, and then making this video. But I swear I'll get round to it soon again. It is the Wheel TM game after all. It just happened to get the Bug Fables treatment, where it will take a little while to get through. But more importantly, the winner of the worst streamed game of 2025 is Persona 5, the Phantom X. I really don't know how to feel about this game. On one hand, it's just Persona 5 again. The same music, visual style, and combat system. So in terms of gameplay, it can't be that bad if it's just copying something great. But then on the other hand, they turned Persona 5 into a gacha game. Therefore, it deserves worst stream game. It also just happens to drop new story content when I'm in the middle of a playthrough that I actually want to do, like Silksong. It could be funny at times with all the Subway Slammer stuff, but that was a so bad it's good type of funny, and the rest of the game is just kind of boring and grindy. So the upcoming Persona 3 Reload collab will really make or break whether I bother continuing with it. Wasn't that hard of a choice for everyone else though. Now, the Wheel TM was truly bountiful this year, generously granting me the opportunity to play such great games that I would have never gotten around to for years if left to my own devices, such as Superliminal, Inscription, Bioshock, and Garfield Kart sure was there too. This next award celebrates the best overall stream playthrough, which is decided on the actual stream experience itself, but also how much clip farming I could get out of it as well. The nominees for Best Streamed Game of the Year are Metroid Prime 4. Oh, let's see it. Let's see the ship. Barely unchanged from 3. Oh, shit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're in. Hollow Knight Silksong. Holy fucking shit, did you just see that? How am I gonna ever beat that? Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Yeah, let's fuck this thing up. Woo! That's what the bit before. Okay, I'm listening to this for a bit actually, fuck it, because like, I'm getting Professor Layton from this, so I'm good with that. Death Stranding, Jesus Christ, that was this year.
How many times do you reckon they're gonna do the cry thing? It's been once. Maybe I'll keep track of it. How many times have they done Mads Mikkelsen iconic squidding cry?
And Pokemon Legends ZA. This is so fucking stupid, man. I'm not feeling. And the winner of the best game streamed during 2025 is Metroid Prime 4. It was the last playthrough of the year, but the first playthrough of the green screen, the new chat, and the Twitch alerts actually set up correctly, which only took me about 4 years to get around to. And best of all, a new webcam that doesn't freeze every 10 minutes.
World Premiere.
So I'm gonna keep it real with you. Marketing said I had to do one more trailer with 15 minutes until this show premieres, so I don't have anything for this trailer. But I can throw up a video of a sea lion behind me. Oh shit! He's really going for it, huh? Anyway, so what's the deal with Jeff and Miss Piggy, huh? They fucking?
And now we move on from Twitch to YouTube. These next awards spotlight the best and worst that the oscarus_YouTube channel has to offer. In this case though, it's the kind of spotlight that prisons would use to catch prisoners trying to escape. It's the worst YouTube video of the year award. This specific award kind of feels like when in the actual game awards, they always give the best family game to a Nintendo one regardless of how much of a family game it is. I always kind of gravitate towards the reaction videos as they are the kind of lowest effort uploads I put in on the channel. Will I stop doing them though? Of course not, you fucking donkey. How else will I get bored one night 10 years down the line and wonder how did I react to that announcement of Persona 6 or Kid Icarus Uprising 2? Which are two very real games that will be having two very real announcements during 2026. The nominees for the biggest Oscarus blunder score are Oscarus Reacts PlayStation State of Play February 2025.
At least I'm not
Was that the last
Directive
game?
820.
Was that the last game?
I don't know how long he's used. Oh, that was it. Wow.
Okay.
Oh man.
Wow.
Oscarus Reacts, Mario Kart World Direct.
Why is it digital? I would get that version if it was physical. Okay, that is the end. I mean, it was another good trailer, but like, we didn't see a lot of news stuff.
Oscarus Reacts, Summer Games Fest 2025.
Great job co-hosting. All right, that's gonna do it for
That
Summer
was-
Game Fest. We will
that
see
was
you
bad,
next
man.
time on
That
August
was-
19th. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, that was kind of garbage. Here, Jack.
Jack, you're missing Football Manager. No.
They're like, oh, one more thing. That was
bad.
Oscarus Reacts, PlayStation State of Play, September 2025. So a couple of timed exclusives, but nothing permanent at all. Let's see what Twitch chat's saying. I know there'll be no Bloodborne, W, no Hollow Knight. I was Kingdom Hearts 4.
ideas. Good one.
And Persona 5, The Phantom X, Twitch Highlights 1.
I'm 4 years old. You're the youngest person ever. Why the fuck isn't the music the music?
The great thing about this award is that for most of the nominees, I basically get to blame it on how boring the actual event was. And speaking of, the winner of the worst YouTube video of the year goes to Oscarus Reacts Summer Games Fest 2025. Jeez, it was boring this year. 90% of the trailers were for games that we already knew about, and then the whole Splitgate 2 humiliation ritual happened in front of our eyes. The RE9 reveal was pretty good though. Every year we forget how boring the Summer Games Fest opening night is. We get excited for it, thinking something will finally be announced. It's Persona 6's time. And then we are consistently let down. And somehow, the Xbox showcase that follows the next day is somehow always really good in comparison. I think it's now happened maybe 4 or more years in a row now, and I cannot wait for it to happen again in June. And, on the other hand, we have the videos that actually did get a bit of work put into them. What? Do you think all those Deltarune OSTs are just gonna add themselves to the background of those CS2 clips? The nominees for the best Oscarus _ YouTube video of the year are Halo 3, Legend of the Blarbiter, clips from my hard drive.
I've walked around the corner. Hey guys, what's going on? Fucking
Obliterated.
Blarbiter walks around the corner and fucking LeBron James dunks it into the fucking hoop behind you.
The Plasma Grenade punchline, Halo 3 ODST, clips from my hard drive.
Shaboing. We are all book. Excellent start.
A Way Out, Twitch highlights.
Oh my god, look, there's closer cows, Oscar.
If only
I
there was...
touch this.
Sam,
Holy
Sam,
fuck, I can touch this shit. Yeah,
Sam,
baby.
do you reckon there's something to climb up there with? Can you find anything to climb up there with? I don't know.
I don't know, I think we need to look around a little bit more.
Maybe we can stack a couple of cows around on each other?
Oscarus reviews, Astrobot.
Rescue one of the 5 main crossover characters that each have an entire level dedicated to them. They each represent a different era of PlayStation consoles, with Ape Escape representing the PS1, God of War representing the PS2, Uncharted the PS3, Loco Roco was a surprising but very welcome pick for the PSP, Horizon was not a surprising pick for the PS4, and the PS Vita didn't get a crossover level to symbolise how Sony themselves forgot it existed.
And all CS_office and no DE_cache makes CS2 a mid-game. Clips from my hard drive.
Again, man, this Guys, what are you doing? You king. Oh my god.
You might be trolling. You might be trolling.
Alright, time to lock in.
Man, what are you saying?
And the winner is Halo 3 Legend of the Vlabata from the Clips from My Hard Drive series. It was fun to do a clips video of an offline co-op playthrough, and apart from the next Halo games, every other co-op playthrough I'll do will probably be done on Twitch. Not that there's much difference in the end product, the only difference being my webcam is in one and not on the other. But, I mean, this one deserves it just for this Arbiter Dunk edit alone. But yeah, Halo 3 co-op is absolutely busted. The fact that when you die you can just respawn right next to a teammate makes it very optimal for just 3 minutes of straight up team killing before actually continuing on with the game. The Gamer Awards were created to celebrate the best moments from Oscarus and the video game industry. However, it's really important to acknowledge the life we live outside of video games. Not everyone is as fortunate as us, the ones who get to enjoy video games at our leisure. War, poverty, droughts, natural disasters. Millions of people were affected, displaced, or worse throughout 2025. That's why the Gamer Awards are honoured this year to announce the Excellence in Humanitarian Aid Award, to recognise the immense effort and resilience needed to truly make a difference and aid those in need. The winner of the Excellency in Humanitarian Aid Award for 2025 goes to Claire Obscure, Expedition 33. Whilst I did do a bit of a better job getting around to the new 2025 releases this year, quite a few do fall through the cracks. Whether that's because I haven't played all the previous games in the series, or it's on the wheel TM and just hasn't been selected yet, I'll get round to it eventually, or a bit later on than eventually. This next award, which is pretty self-explanatory, goes to the game that looks the best and that I want to play the most that released this year, but didn't get around to playing this year. I mean, looking back on the award last year, wow! I didn't get around to a single one of those. The nominees for the Game of the Year that I didn't get around to yet, but I will trust, are Hades 2, Ghost of Yotei, Death Stranding 2, Silent Hill F, and Blueprints. Oh, I get it. And the winner is Hades 2. I'm sure it's great, but back when I played the original Hades in 2021, I only did 3 out of 10 of the required runs to get the actual, true ending. So, I'll get back to that at some point, probably. It's on the wheel, TM. Now moving on to our penultimate award of tonight. Some say this award is much more coveted than the actual Game of the Year award, as there is much more competition. I'm of course talking about the Best Old Game that I just happened to play this year award. And just like last year, the nominees were absolutely stacked. So much so, that this year, the nominees have been limited to 1 per series. I didn't want the list to just be only Halo and Metroid Prime. So, the nominees for Best Old Game that I just happened to play this year are Halo 2, Helldivers 2, BioShock, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, and Far Cry 2. And the winner is Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. Hello everyone. I would like to address the allegations against me and elaborate on what you just heard. Yes, I did just put Metroid Prime 3 as the winner, not only above the previously mentioned nominees, but above Metroid Prime 1 and 2 as well. I have seen that this is not the popular opinion. However, everything with Prime 3 just clicked with me. Yes, I see that it's way more linear and easy than the other two. However, after one of the most horrendous boss fight experiences of my life at the end, Metroid Prime 2, I think that is exactly what I needed at the time. Not only was I emulating the harder GameCube version, but as I was emulating it, I was getting horrendous stuttering issues, which negatively impacted key parts of the game, like traversing through portals, and the aforementioned boss fight at the end of the game. This was fixed in time for my playthrough of Metroid Prime 3 Corruption by changing one setting in the emulator's graphical settings. I would like to offer my deepest, heartfelt apologies to Metroid Prime 2, as if this issue was spotted earlier, I may have enjoyed my time with it a lot more, and it may very well have won this award. Therefore, I would like to make amends by replaying all 3 Prime games on the Wii in the Metroid Prime trilogy, as God intended. This is so the mouse and keyboard controls don't give an unfair advantage against Prime 1 that was played with a controller, and ensures that all 3 games can be compared fairly under the same conditions. I will postpone my judgment on the Emperor Ing boss fight, at the time said to be the shittiest boss fight that I've ever had the displeasure of facing in my life. And I would like to stress and acknowledge that even with the previously mentioned hindrances, that the Quadraxis boss fight was fucking sick. There will be no further follow-up questions. Thank you. The way that the motion controls are utilized in the puzzles and the cool-ass spaceship parts, holy shit, that was tight as fuck. I hope they bring that back in Metroid Prime 5. Meeting new bounty hunters was also cool as fuck. The game had these cinematic set pieces, the puzzles and upgrades were great, and I enjoyed hopping from planet to planet. It's about time that we got a space journey for a character who's been seen flying a spaceship in every single game for 39 years. Wait, how the hell have we not gotten a space combat Metroid game yet? Kind of like Battlefront 2 or Star Fox. I guess that's what Star Fox is for, but I mean, come on, it's right there. How was there a pinball spin-off before this? Anyway, Metroid Prime 3 wins, as I didn't have to spend 2 hours at the end of the game backtracking for artifacts or Sky Temple keys, like I had to do with the other ones. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we have finally made it to the grand finale. Did you enjoy all the awards so far? No? But fuck you, man, I worked really hard on those. The Game of the Year 2025. And this year, I played enough new games that I didn't have to scrape for nominations like I did last year. And in fact, I had to do the opposite and remove some games that I actually really enjoyed this year. So a special honourable mention list goes out to Dispatch, Ball X Pit, and Mario Kart World for ever so slightly missing the list. The nominees for the objectively and irrefutably best game of the year are Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Hollow Knight Silksong, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and Pokemon Legends ZA. Be honest, guys, is that kind of obvious? Is that kind of obvious who's going to win Best Game of the Year? That's right. As Bugsnax 2 unfortunately did not come out during 2025, the Game of the Year goes to the closest bug-adjacent game I could find. Hollow Knight Silksong. It's just so incredibly goated on so many different levels. The only game that could have had 8 years of build-up and expectations, and somehow managed to exceed them. A generational game made by a generational team, and I will wait as long as it takes for whatever comes next. And speaking of what comes next, I've saved the best for last.
As tonight comes to an end, I want us to think back on gaming as a whole. Those big releases that finally made it out after many years. Metroid Prime 4, Silksong, and those big reveals that haven't quite made it out yet. I'm thinking Bloodborne HD, Kingdom Hearts 4, GTA 7, Bugsnax 2. Today, I have the honour and absolute privilege to announce one of the most bone-chilling and ball-tickling releases of my entire life. Now, this isn't one of those games that I'm gonna release in several years' time like The Elder Scrolls 6, no. This comes out in 5 minutes' time. Check your Steam wishlist, it's already there. I have actually had the honour to have played this game, and that is why I thought it is apt and fitting to have it as our final reveal of the show. This is it. This is the video game, the apex of the medium, from our friends at Valve Software. Please take a look at our final trailer for today.
World Premiere.
Welcome to City 17. You have chosen or have been chosen to get fucked in the ass! Fuck you! Fuck you so much! Leave the fucking city now! Get back on that fucking train and go back where you fucking came from, you fucking assholes! I fucking hate you so much! Fuck you, Gordon Freeman. I hope you get run over by a fucking train! You stupid mother...
And there we have it, folks. That's a wrap on the Gamer Awards 2025, released just as late as it was last year. I want to give a big thanks to everyone involved in production. Me. And I want to thank you, yes, you, the viewer, for joining me here tonight. So, let's say goodbye to the show, and hello to 2026. You know what? Let's get really optimistic about this one. The AI bubble will finally burst. Bugsnax 2 will release to overwhelming acclaim, and it will finally happen to him. You know who I'm talking about.